Kristin Cavallari, the former The Hills star, has always been open about many aspects of her life, especially her romantic relationships, but her connection with retired NHL player Nate Thompson remained largely private, until recently. In a candid admission, Cavallari revealed that she and Thompson had been romantically involved for a time, despite the fact that neither of them had publicly acknowledged the relationship while it was happening. The reveal has sparked both curiosity and surprise from fans and the media alike. Thompson, who has been relatively reserved about his personal life since retiring from professional hockey, has now decided to speak out and share his perspective on the relationship and how it unfolded behind the scenes. The relationship between Cavallari and Thompson began in the aftermath of her highly publicized split from her ex-husband Jay Cutler in 2020. While many people had speculated about Cavallari's love life following her divorce, she made it clear that she was focused on her children and her career, particularly her jewelry business, Uncommon James. However, the sparks between Cavallari and Thompson, who had known each other for a while due to their mutual social circles, grew into something more during the COVID-19 pandemic. Thompson, who had been playing in the NHL for over a decade, had a reputation for being a tough, no-nonsense player on the ice. However, behind the scenes, he was known to be a laid-back and private individual. As someone who had experienced the intense scrutiny that comes with being in the public eye as a professional athlete, Thompson was keen on keeping his personal life out of the tabloids. Cavallari, on the other hand, had been thrust into the spotlight from a young age due to her role in Laguna Beach and later The Hills. She had been through a number of high-profile relationships, including her marriage to Cutler, and was no stranger to media attention. For both Cavallari and Thompson, keeping their romance private was essential. They had a mutual understanding of what it meant to live under the microscope of public scrutiny, and they both cherished the opportunity to have something that was just for themselves. Their private relationship allowed them to escape the pressures of their respective fame and enjoy a normal low-key connection. However, as with many relationships in the public eye, the pressure to keep things under wraps eventually took its toll. Cavallari and Thompson navigated the challenges of balancing their personal lives with a constant attention from fans and the media, leading them to make the decision to eventually go their separate ways. The end of their romance came quietly, with neither of them making a big public statement about the split. However, Cavallari's recent admission in an interview stirred up interest once again. She revealed that she had been romantically involved with Thompson for several months and that their connection was special, but it was not meant to be long-term. She emphasized that she had a deep respect for Thompson and that their relationship had been a positive experience in many ways, even though it was brief. Thompson, in response to Cavallari's comments, echoed similar sentiments. He spoke candidly about his time with the reality star and shared his thoughts on their connection. In a heartfelt statement, Thompson admitted that while their relationship was private, it was meaningful, and he had a great deal of admiration for Cavallari. He explained that their shared experiences of being in the public made them understand each other in ways that others couldn't. Thompson acknowledged that it was hard to keep the relationship under wraps, especially given their social circles and the fact that Cavallari was a well-known public figure. But ultimately, the privacy allowed them to experience a genuine connection without the added pressure of the media. However, Thompson also shared that the decision to keep things private wasn't without its complications. As someone who had spent years in the high-pressure world of professional sports, he was no stranger to dealing with media attention, but balancing a personal life in the public was a different challenge. There were moments when the secrecy was difficult, and both he and Cavallari struggled with the lack of privacy. Yet, Thompson appreciated Cavallari's respect for his boundaries and how she handled the situation with maturity and understanding. Despite their decision to part ways, Thompson spoke highly of Cavallari, praising her for being authentic and down-to-earth. He acknowledged that their time together had taught him a lot about relationships and about what he truly wanted in a partner. For Cavallari, the brief romance with Thompson provided a sense of normalcy amid the chaos of her personal life. It allowed her to experience a connection with someone who understood the demands of being in the public while also maintaining a sense of privacy and autonomy. Now that both have moved on from their brief relationship, Cavallari and Thompson have continued to focus on their respective careers and personal lives. Cavallari has remained dedicated to her business ventures and her family, while Thompson has found a new sense of purpose in retirement. Both have stayed relatively quiet about their current romantic situations, preferring to keep their private lives out of the spotlight. Thompson's decision to speak out and share his side of the story has been met with support from fans who appreciated his openness and honesty. In a world where celebrities often keep their personal lives under wraps or provide carefully crafted statements to the media, Thompson's willingness to speak candidly about his relationship with Cavallari has been seen as refreshing. Fans who have followed both Cavallari and Thompson for years have expressed their respect for how they handled their brief romance with grace and dignity. As for Cavallari, her admission about her past relationship with Thompson adds another layer to her complex public persona. She has always been a figure who has managed to balance her career, family life, and public image with finesse. Her openness about her private relationships, particularly with Thompson, shows that she is not afraid to be vulnerable and transparent with her audience. It also highlights her growth as a person, as she navigates the challenges of life after her divorce and builds new relationships. In the end, while Cavallari and Thompson's romance was short-lived, it was undoubtedly a significant chapter in both of their lives. The fact that they were able to keep it private for as long as they did speaks volumes about the respect and understanding they had for one another. Their decision to speak out now, years after the relationship ended, shows that they have both moved on with a sense of maturity and self-awareness. As fans, we are left with a glimpse into a chapter of their lives that was hidden from the public eye, reminding us that even celebrities experience the same complexities and challenges in love and relationships as the rest of us.